Excuse me. But really, the big story was, I think, in Game 4, Crazy Thieves coming out and putting themselves in a position to be a talking point here heading into this. A team, we were wondering, would they mesh?
Absolutely, and we were talking about them as a team. We were looking to be towards the top at the beginning of the group stage. Things kind of petered out a little bit. They've had to now kind of fight claw, tooth, and nail to get back to where they are, and now they find themselves right outside, just barely missing that match point, but they have really started to pick up the pace.
Another team that we talked about too because of the legacy of winning. TSM's former coach who won with Verhulst, with Howe, with Rebs back in London a couple of years ago. They've split up. He's found himself as a coach of NIP. And Jayhawk, this team has had so many things to talk about, from McLovin's kind of surge into one of the premier players to, as Onset mentioned, Kurev's journey from South America into this roster. Talk to me about NIP. How are you feeling with them having had a chance to cross match point?
Their journey was incredible. I mean, Vane, it looked like he was on the brink of retirement and was going to be coming back. Like you said, McLovin, he was kind of an LCQ Pro League player, kind of bouncing around. And like you said with Kurev, from South America, he at one point had moved to EMEA to try to compete there and hadn't found success. And so they were sort of thrown together. And then at the midseason playoffs, they made their names known, and they have proven it is not a fluke. I mean, you can't talk about the experience that Raven brings to this team when it comes to winning on match point. And I don't want to give too much away, but in terms of the POI draft that they had, 19th pick. Absolutely terrible. Yeah. And we're going into Olympus where they have Summers University, the best POI on the map, and they have Zoo Station on Storm Point for the next 4 games. They're a legitimate chance for that team to win it.
I mean, let's take a look at some of the plays here that kind of told the story over the last few games, because Snipe, obviously, we started off with Crazy Thieves doing it, NIP coming out as well, S8UL, also a major topic here, and Ender Force 36 finishing it off. But walk us through Game 4, how Crazy Thieves kind of got involved.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy Thieves here just took the bridge here. They started cleaning up people, and then you could see they just decided to take the height. This is one of Phony's best things. Once he gets to endgame, he is one of the greatest closers of all time. Whenever I played with him, whenever we got to endgame, it was almost always a win. I think we had like an 80+ percentile, and you can see they're just looking down on these other teams. And then we're going to talk about, you know, the E36s, the S8UL, like you said. Those players and those teams have won countless games. They might have the more wins than any other team. So now that they're on match point format, got to look out.
Yeah, you look at the NIP here, kind of trying to get their win. It would turn the tide for them, Lauren. And, you know, playing from the low ground is not the easiest thing to do, but there's just a simple synergy. And what I love, too, is Kurev on the Sparrow. Not a character we see kind of gone to as consistently across the lobby with most, but now that we're getting towards those later games, we're going to start to see those types of picks come out, especially comfort picks like that character.
Yeah, I mean, they just had a really, really well-timed push there at the end of that as well. Played it perfectly for that trio. I know Jayhawk was really excited to see them get that win.
And E36, Jayhawk, Japan, APAC North, they have been looking for the person or the people to put this region on their back. E36 started out this tournament as a top 2 seed coming in from the group stage. They're looking like a top seed now, having just crossed match point.
Absolutely, and I got to say, it's really impressive that they're all Korean, and obviously we think back to Reject, another Korean team that also won. I remember talking to Obley after that win, and he said Korea doesn't really have that many talented players, but clearly the ones at the top of the game are incredibly talented because they're making noise here.
It reminds me of APAC South. A lot of those players exports into North America, exports into the top teams, snipe down. We've seen that happen across the way. Another team I want to mention, Grow Gaming, who've been steady and solid. I mean, I don't know what it is, but you look at Keon and you look at Dropped and Knocked, the ability for them to be so consistent, not just in getting into the right situations, but getting into top 5s very, very often. There's something about that team that is dangerous. You cannot turn your back on them.
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about players, a lot of the time, you know, Dropped goes unacknowledged. You talk about the empties who have made all these finals and all these top 10s but never closed it out. Dropped is another one of those that has made, he's only missed 1 grand finals, and he's always there in contention. He's never won the whole thing, but this is the best I think that they've done up to this point to make them into the match point finals. This team, you can just tell they really enjoy each other, they trust each other, and they're growing out there right now because they are looking phenomenal so far in this set.
And I think, you know, Lauren, a little bit onto that story as well. Keon, he's not known with Grow Gaming. He's known from being on Furia for so long with that iteration of that team with Madness. Having found maybe a different home, a new home, there were question marks, but they have undoubtedly performed above or at least at expectations, and now proving that they deserve to be considered a top 5 team.
100%, and being able to catch up with Keon too is what when we're in the hotel in the breakfast in the morning, being
He's
able
hard
to
to
chat a
miss.
little bit obvious, but even talking to him about it, you can tell it's just a different vibe. He's talking about how well they're synergizing as a trio, how this could potentially be an opportunity for them to really take it home. We're now seeing that reflected in this, one of the now 6 teams on match point, but also finding themselves in a good spot in the overall leaderboard in general. This is an opportunity for them to take it home.
All right, guys, before we get to some things and move into the next game, I will ask your questions on how many games you think it's going to be going. But I also want to make sure all of you at home know that we've got a brand new update to our ALGS website. If you want to keep in touch with all of the stats and all of the great things that we have going on in our league, from how these pros are transitioning teams in our midseason breaks, or maybe how well they fared in previous tournaments, and check up on how they're doing now, go to our new ALGS.ea.com. You can find all the action and all of the information there. It's a great resource, and honestly, if you're an ALGS fan or just becoming one, or maybe thinking about watching this tournament and saying, I can get used to this, that's a great place to start, ALGS.ea.com. We also, before we move to something else here, I do want to get a number from you guys, because this is important. It could end at any time. 6 teams on match point. How long are we going? Lauren,
9.
start with you. 9? Snipe.
9. I think it's 9 as well.
9, okay.
Yeah.
Jay,
My number before we started was 11. I'm sticking with it.
11.
Yes.
Long way to go.
The chaos.
All right, I'm going 25. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Honestly, I was thinking 9 as well. That seems like it would be the right place to end. But you never know. These teams are in a position that is so hard to determine. And the beautiful thing about it is that they've got themselves in the best place ever to perform, in front of an amazing crowd and also in front of some amazing peripherals. That's right. We have Sony InZone that is actually powering our teams. The monitor and audio experience for the ALGS Year 5 champs. Lightning fast OLED monitors and their lightweight wireless headsets, giving our pros the tools to win. You can check out our Sony InZone booth here at ALGS Champs. There's a lot of people running away with some cool stuff here. All right, guys, what's the number as well? A lot of the desk says 9, Jayhawk going 11. I want to hear what our casters think as we head back into action. Vicky, Genome, when is this thing ending?
Yeah, I guess you guys don't want it to end on us, right? Because I'm expecting this to end in the next 2. Come on, guys. Got to give us credit because we have such amazing Apex playing out before our eyes. It only gets better and better every year, Genome.
It does. It just seems to keep getting better, Vicky. And it's looking pretty good for E36 right now, isn't it? Taking the dub there. In fact, it just so happens that they have won the most games out of any team in this tournament so far. But we always say this, winning 1 just before you get to match point, like, oh, you're gonna pull a TSM, you're gonna do a back-to-back, let alone back-to-back. It's looking good, but about a little.
To the map that we've seen and time and time again on Storm Point. Monsoon feels the love from the crowd. Oblivion could come out and take this dub. They would be coming from the last chance qualifier if they could end it here.
What a story. What a journey that would be. Ninjas in pajamas as well. Remember, they were struggling in the mid stages of this tournament, but they're not struggling anymore, Vicky. 51 points now. They, alongside the other 5 teams on match point, have a chance to close it out here and now. No team prioritized Olympus in the map draft. There was no first round picks. In fact, we talked about this before, the amazing little draft that Ninjas in Pajamas managed to put together, and that actually started with a 39th pick onto Summers University, the first team to opt, prioritizing to some extent Olympus.
And you wonder why, right? Because with these teams still trying to get used to Olympus at the same time, I've tuned into the comms of the teams, and they still sound pretty chaotic. Obviously, we have legend bands coming through. No Rampart, even stemming up from the very beginning. Newcastle was the first one to go. Then Caustic. Comes to wonder how Olympus is going to be played. What Trident shenanigans will we be exposed to? 6 teams have passed the 50-point threshold to be at match point.
Caustic's back in.
Oh, yes, because we get the reset on the control. Of course. Of course. As we take a look at E36, can this team win it for APAC North? We talk about a team that is very consistent in taking wins. That's what matters in a day like today. They got it. They got the points. But can they win?
It's certainly not their most favored map. If we think about the teams who have done historically quite well on Olympus, it's actually more your Crazy Thieves. They have a ridiculous stat, 16.7 points on average coming into our match point finals here. That's an incredible record. It's actually the highest average of any team on any map.
You see the beautiful flyby of this arena? This crowd is so stacked. The Limit fans, RKN, by the way, over to the side here, showing his support. Lovely seeing him earlier on throughout the course of the week.
Yeah, look, insane story there. He might not be a pro anymore. His company is actually sponsoring.
I love it.
Unlimit. I mean, imagine that, an APAC North team, and he is the one sitting in the stands cheering them on. And my lord, he's had a lot to cheer for this tournament.
It all comes back in full circle as we are rearing to go, guys. Will it end in Game 7? We were predicting how many games we're going to go today. It's my favorite little mini game when it comes to a lot of our ALGS lands. But here in the championships, $600,000 goes into the pockets of our first place winners. History will be made in Sapporo, and it could be made on Olympus. Catalyst no more. And as you were talking about, Genome, the controller legends have been reset thanks to it.
That's right. That's why you're seeing a lot of the Stinky Boy on your screen right now. Everyone going back to basics. Sure, a couple of his other best pals might not be joining us in match 7. Newcastle still banned, likely to stay banned, but we do still have the Caustic in.
Time to make some noise. They're excited for the reset. They're excited for the possible end of a year 5 here in Sapporo. Japan has been lovely. It's been chilly outside, but the competition has been hot. Our legends have dropped on Olympus, and let's get this started. S8UL, Oblivion, Falcons, Ninjas in Pajamas, Grow Gaming, and E36. You heard that crowd go wild after E36 just took our previous game. Or will there be other teams meeting them at match point? You think about Crazy Thieves at 47 points, TSM at 45, even Go Next. I cannot believe how top heavy this first half of the lobby is. All the way down to TSM sitting in 8th.
Here's some of our other match point teams. S8UL, one of APAC South's best. They didn't take out the Pro League split, but I tell you what, they have powered up since then. They've found new heights. And they could be conquering Sapporo right here if things go their way. And talking about where it's going, it will be going very central in the...
待ってあまり読んだナイスここにもエバック2倍余り2倍持っとくわダッシュは
Up on the high ground, looking down at all the action to see where this zone is closing. And when I was mentioning the comms of these teams as they...
Side,
Yeah, I remember. Car incoming.
One squad in the area, careful.
Grab scan. I think it's a car team. Oh.
Yeah, wait, Son is on us, I think. Son is on us.
Yeah, yep. I had to go back.
Okay, we gotta go back and hold high here. Take the staircase. We can't go deeper for now.
Yep.
Take the high ground left side here, high ground left side.
Team got bounce maybe.
Yeah, Valkyrie creeping back in a little bit with the addition of Caustic, but not everyone going for that. Lots of Bangalores around. Considering we're in match 7, it is interesting to see Bang still.
I'm almost out of range. In like 2 seconds I can hit it. Hitting it now.
Grab this compound.
Conservative play that these teams are showing. That's part of the reason why we're seeing a lot of these controller legends come out, especially as more and more of them, as indicated by the pink outline on their score, have reached match point.
When they want to bunker down, you talk about the teams that are right around the corner, it just takes just a little bit more KP as Crazy Thieves. They're hungry. A team that had such a slow start are trying to stop Oblivion. Fun jumps over to the other side. Jen Burden, he pressures him out. He tries to juke him. Oh my goodness. When he was literally so low on health, Jen loses out on the 1v1, but Fun, he gets taken out as the backup is there.
Yeah, 1 second. I gotta put this girl here.
Wide armor, give me.
Going up.
One's here, one's kind of close.
Time for him to look. I only have a 1x scout, so.
I can EMP them maybe.
Getting bowed from fucking height.
Like get them to maybe chill.
They're fighting someone else.
He's walking up close here, by the way. He's going for the Evo.
Hey, can you APM or something?
Yeah, I can.
I gotta heal. I'm cracked.
Maybe. Cracked him. Got bubbled. He's weak though. No one else is shooting.
I'm healing still, and we're getting bowed inside.
Alright, just careful, guys. Everyone's kind of staring at us right now.
He's like in a terrible spot.
Yeah, he's just down here.
I think he just chucked Gibby all at you. Yeah, he did.
I'm backing up.
Yeah, these guys are like glazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I can go for the Evo maybe now. He back ulted. Look, he's back ulted.
Stop.
He's solo back ulting?
Yeah.
What? Is his team dying or something? I'm so confused.
I think he is. I think they are. Yeah. The coffee
Gibby's over here.
I'm looking for the Gibby.
They ran. He ran. He's in the choke already.
He's in choke here.
Turning around.
Here.
Yeah. He bubbled himself. I'm bang ulting him.
He by himself.
Yeah.
I got him.
Nice.
You already come?
No, watch our back right now.
Alright, I'll watch your back.
I got him.
Nice.
Went back.
Good test.
Yeah.
I'm looking terminal. There's a car in terminal that I can hit.
Might have Bengal for a while, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well, there's a team in terminal.
Okay.
Looks like a bang team, okay?
Yep.
Let me know if you.
This is definitely a bang here.
Yeah. Let me know if you find an extra scope. I'm on fucking scout.
Alright.
With
no side?
on 1x. Yeah.
I can give you.
Yeah.
Dropping my side inside. Getting a drone.
Do you have trap? Yeah, I do. Okay.
I have no mag on my alternator, by the way.
I don't have one for you.
I don't have a mag either.
Mag.
Improves handling.
I'm gonna grab a couple
Gibby's getting rezzed here, by the way. In Estates, they just rezzed him here.
Fine. The Seer team in terminal, I think.
Bang team, I know that.
55 purple. I'm gonna break our car. I'm gonna move it. But Moby here, grab this. Ulti.
Yeah, okay.
I grabbed it. I'll come drop it on him.
I think I need to switch guns, by the way.
Oh, it's portaling southeast. Portaling southeast. Like southeast, south.
Okay.
Huh?
Where's he going? He's going for the Evo. He got Evo. He got Evo. He went Evo.
There's a evac going up, by the way.
Yeah.
Can I swap guns and grab a
Yeah,
bolt?
go ahead. Alright. We kill anyone that tries to play in that room below us, okay?
Yep.
Good. Pushing like a States way right now.
Holy fuck.
Good.
Yeah, I just got crunched across the map. Fine.
Terminals should like.
I have no bats, no medkits, by the way.
I can drop you a bat.
I can drop you a make it. Drop you a make it.
That terminal team is on deck, by the way. Just careful.
Yes, purple. The bang does.
Why is he smoking us?
Wraith,
It's a Wraith
I'm
Bank
watching.
Seer.
I'm watching, by
Wraith
the way.
Bank Seer.
It'd be on limit. They love playing no console. I'm dropping a battle me guild. Just
Want to grab it?
grab it safely. Just watch the team fly, sort of like back up here. Someone just watch terminal and just like don't
Oblivion's
fucking
dead.
overchill it.
One team that's dead. One match point.
Still 3 squads in the area, by the way.
Yep.
2 squads. We have a pill reset as well.
If
I
we
have one off cell.
for whatever reason we get purple armor, I think Al's most important because of its caustic game and his smokes break the barrels.
Yep. Off. Flying into estates.
Okay.
Looks like a Valk. She landed on the man scan. I've only seen her so far.
Okay.
There's someone above her though, that's like stopping her from being able to hit the man scan. There's a team like back here. Can someone ping the Hammond thing and just check like how close it is from my body?
Yep.
It's
250.
That's pretty far. You're gonna have to jump down. Okay, this guy's crazy. Okay, take this gun.
This is a full team here.
Yeah,
Like
they
fun-
fight on the other side. I'm gonna fucking solo run around.
Alright, I'll just play here then.
Yeah, you just need to catch terminal team if he does that. I don't think they're gonna fight though, if I'm honest. There's a Wraith portal in the States right now. This team's just playing like this little shit compound here.
Yeah.
The Wraith team's kind of looking for it. He's just running at them. Oh, he's an idiot.
Orange.
There's another one here. They might actually fight around here.
They might actually fight.
They're
Okay.
fighting.
Okay, let me know. I'm coming.
They're kind of fighting here. It's a crypto team. Just don't overcommit right now.
Yeah.
They're not fighting yet. It's a Gibby team.
Yeah.
They're just here. Like, one team's in estates here.
Yeah, I see.
They're about to be on the staircase here, and then the other
I
team's
can
at the
shoot
compound.
this kid in the back.
Look at zone.
I'm going back.
If they fight, it's definitely wipeable.
Yeah, I know. Just let me know.
We have pill reset.
They're all 3 here.
I have the pills now.
Kind of don't have a choice but to fight. Like the low ground estates team is like here right now.
Yeah. I have overflow.
Oh, I need that one bat. It gives me infinite.
Limit is dead, and we're not on match point. He's dead.
These guys are like kind of posturing.
Power amp here.
I
Yeah,
need
I'm
that.
also-
The crypto's like walked up here.
Okay.
I'm grabbing parent.
Okay.
They might fight. They really might fight.
Yeah, grab that and then gain the drone again.
I will.
They're like sliding. They're like sliding against my wall.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, they're fighting here. Wait. Yeah, they're fighting.
Okay. What's that?
They're just
I'm
inting
pinging.
here.
There's one in his
no,
drone on my
ping.
left.
Yeah, it's the crypto.
I'm watching
I'm
terminal
hitting him.
side.
They're in ping. The crypto's on the left, and then the other team's just here. They're fucking inting. Nice.
One
They're still
shot.
fighting here. I think this is a duo on the right, and then he's gonna bub res.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bub resing.
Someone's below me.
Okay.
Can you drown him?
Yeah, I'm droning. He might be knocked. I'm droning him. Yeah, he's a wraith.
Terminal's getting fought, I think.
They're
Trying to
they're
kill him,
back,
but
look,
save.
come back.
Come back.
Come back. They just left the fight. Even though they're winning it.
Look for the Valk ult, look for the Valk ult.
I think
Yeah,
they're slamming
they're
I think they're
slamming
slamming
over
back
here, I
down
think.
on them.
Okay.
They might fight again?
Can you gain drone again? Let me know. Let's go.
Terminal's fighting.
They're fighting here now. They're fighting here.
Okay,
They're
I'm
fighting
picking
here.
again. I'm picking again.
Okay, peek. They're still fighting.
Yeah.
They're still fighting. They're knocking.
Where?
I have MP. I'm
I'll
EMPing them. They're hard trading. It's 2v2, I think.
Yeah, come.
I think it's 2v2.
Coming.
Come on.
Nice.
Kill two.
One team dead. This is a duo now. This is a
Yeah,
duo.
come.
Coming.
Go together. I'm
Lay
looking
there,
terminal.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking
where are
terminal,
they?
okay?
I'm gonna thirst.
They're just in front of you. They're just in front of you guys.
I know, they're right here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Grab nades. Grab nades.
Caustic's basically cracked.
Let's go that.
Ulting
It's just two.
into
It's just two. I'm joining it.
Caustic 1 dead.
Nice.
I
I'm
ulted
watching
him
it back.
too. This guy's in ult. He's in ult.
We have Godspot, by the way.
Okay.
He phased.
We have Godspot. Just
We
thirst.
kill
Come
Wraith.
back.
Kill Wraith. Kill Wraith. Where's Wraith?
Thirsted.
Where?
Right here. On gas line. 1. Rotating.
I'm holding out spot.
Go back. Go back.
I'm going back.
Someone's calling on me. Someone's calling on me.
Yeah, come back. Come back. We're good. It's terminal.
I have no caustic ult.
Okay, I don't bring ult. Fine. It's hold.
I'm gonna have EMP. I'm multi-selling. We need to care terminal. Terminal's not in. Terminal's not in.
Yeah. Look, you guys both look south.
I'm gonna go.
Look south. All right.
Yeah.
Look terminal. Yeah, I'm looking. No caustic ult, by the way, and I don't have ultic cells.
I have EMP and 10%.
People standing in the open here.
66, looking at me, terminal here. There's a guy like walked up on gas line here. It's a bang team.
Okay, I'm looking up.
To my
He's
door.
right here.
I'm looking
I'm
at him.
definitely gonna try and fight
He's
his thing.
smoking.
I'm staring at him. I'm staring at him.
I'm watching it with drone, okay?
I can't see anything.
88,
I'm stuck off.
88.
I'm stuck off.
Keep fucking them. Just keep fucking them.
Yeah,
Keep looking behind us north too, okay? We'll see here and there.
Yeah,
Here and
yeah.
yeah.
Two
Banks
both
on the
just
head
there.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Try to get kills. There's people in the
They're here
middle
right
open.
now.
They're right here. Is there just one guy there?
No, they're grouping.
Yeah, see that?
If they try smoking forward, I'm gonna have to like EMP
I think
them
they're
in the
going
open.
to. I think they're going to.
They're in car.
Ready shot in the back. I
Shoot
got a
the car.
back.
Shoot the car.
They're smoking forward. They're
Batting
smoking
right now.
forward. They're
2
taking
seconds
this.
on me.
Yeah.
They're bang ulting. He's boosting car. They're close here. They're on the rock here. On the rock.
Yeah, bang
I
ult's
have
back.
EMP set up.
Caustic 100.
Yeah, one putting up. Putting up.
Yeah, I
On
see
you,
that.
Hal. On
I have
you.
to play the
okay.
bang ult. I have to play the
I'm
bang ult.
EMPing. EMP them.
Okay.
One's
He's in
Logo
port back, I
by
think.
himself. Logo by himself. Caustic.
Yeah. Can you look down on that guy?
In a second. Give me a second.
Another team's flying in. By
I'm
the
gonna
way.
drop and look for him. I'm
Bang
looking
one
for
in the open.
caustic. Caustic down low here on my ping.
Just you
playing
two,
around the
just you
pillar. Playing around the pillar.
Right to port.
Put on me.
Coming.
Caustic
Run!
cracked.
What's
I'm
on the
resing,
point?
I'm resing.
I'm coming to you. Coming to you.
Yeah. Can you Caustic ult in front by any chance?
No caustic ult.
Just hold. Run to the
I am,
building.
I am. Close on the ramp. On the ramp.
Bang swinging.
In barrel.
Caustic. Bang one. No. Lift out.
Inside. Bang's playing outside here. Bang right here,
come down
batting. Bang batting right here.
Can you come down?
Hey, run, bro.
They're getting thirded.
Yeah, keep crawling to me. Keep crawling to me.
You have another
I
smoke?
can res. Yeah. You have Mummy? You have Mummy.
think so. Yeah,
Yes.
so.
Play with Mummy res. Get the banner first.
I'm going for it. They're fighting. They thirsted. I'm resing, okay?
Okay. Are they fighting on the height?
They were.
Heal, Walsy.
I'm batting.
We
Look
took a whole
ground.
spot.
I'm batting. I'm making.
We have to hold north. We have EMP or anything?
No. I'm making.
Okay, we have to hold. Maybe south. Can you get a drone? Look south. There's people.
Yeah,
a lot
one
of people
second.
fucking like one shot.
I'm
One,
getting a
like
drone.
one.
I think it's two teams.
You need a bag, Gil? You need a bag?
Yeah.
What for? What?
I'm just droning.
You said, do I need a bat?
There's two guys.
No.
Mag!
Yes. R9.
Give him to Walsy. Give him.
It's a full 3-man on hard, okay?
Okay,
And
where's
there's
the
a solo Caustic?
Okay, what about south and north? Look north and south.
Okay,
Can
I'm
we
looking.
clear south?
There's a guy. There's a team out here on my
Can we
ping.
clear south? Look,
Putting a
look
barrel
at
on
this
the zip.
Yeah, running under us right now. Running under us in the open.
Good.
guy here.
On our right.
Alright. They have a
No
Kramer.
barrels,
They have Kramer.
There's a bang close.
Yeah, there's a Valkyrie here.
I'm being drawn.
Down here.
Yeah, another team just slammed up here. I think we need to wipe like under us.
Yeah. I'm trying to look down. Can we look down?
These
Okay,
guys.
okay.
I have
Okay,
EMP,
look the
I have
fuck down.
EMP.
Speaking.
I'm EMPing them. I think we just wipe. EMP.
Barrel down.
It
Put
looks
a
like a
barrel.
duo.
Put a barrel down.
I don't
Put a barrel
have a ram. Throwing now.
I think we just swing that blue.
down. Swing.
Caustic one dead.
Last guy. Bang one. Cracked him. Nice.
Come on, something.
Stopping.
I'm
Stopping.
going back up.
I think, care the spot's not taken. I'm healing.
Yeah.
I'm healing.
I'm
I need a med kit.
I can drop you on up here. Wait, I don't have any.
I'm making and then I'm coming up. Hold the fucking spot.
There's all in the game. Someone's fighting.
I think it's
A
top.
60 on height?
I think it's top 3 fighting.
Look solo.
He's one. He's flush.
I don't have
yeah.
EMP, by the way.
I got
Fight,
one.
be careful.
Good shot.
Bang 20.
They didn't trade it. They fucking traded. Can you get a drone?
No
Start skating.
drone.
Okay.
Bang 20.
Cracked one. I 120'd him.
We have zone, by the way. We have zone.
Okay.
The solo's under them.
They're wiping. I'm trying to walk up a little bit. Get in drone.
Careful.
Get in
On the
drone.
right, careful.
Get in drone. Get in drone.
I am. Full 3
Trail
man.
there. Focus the 3-man. Focus the fucking 3-man.
It's a full 3 man on second, okay?
Okay,
I'm
focus the fucking 3-man.
Yeah. They're not on crypto, by the way. They're not on crypto.
Okay, we have to focus the fucking
I have
crypto,
Costco
the
now.
3-man, okay?
I have
Guys,
Costco
put
now.
traps everywhere. Force them to fight each other.
I'm playing on the right, and if they swing
They're
me, I'm
looking for the
ulting.
solo. They're looking for the solo now.
Focus the 3-man. I'm putting you back down.
I'm following you.
They're fighting.
Get ready to EMP,
I don't have VP. Do not have VP.
Yeah.
I'm baiting. Do not rush this. Do not fucking rush this.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
What are they doing?
Chill. They're
No,
not
no.
fighting. Chill.
They're not fighting.
They're resing. Someone's resing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have VP. Just let them res.
Okay.
I think it's 2 full teams.
Zone
maybe.
ends right in front of us.
Yeah,
Yes,
no.
exactly. They're gonna have to
I
fight.
have Bengal. I don't have Bengal.
I have
fine,
Costa
it's fine.
Gold, though. I have Costa Gold. I'm putting a barrel on the drop over there.
EMP at 20%, boys.
Okay.
We can't let top teams slide down our left, by the way, and try and take space.
I'm gonna play.
I'm
I'm
telling
focusing
you,
right.
traps
I'm focusing
everywhere.
right.
I am too.
We can play this heady here later.
Yeah, I know.
Rev nades.
EMP at 70%.
No, I have Costa Gold, though.
Okay. Units. Stop putting barrels underneath the building.
I am.
I'm holding left, boys. I'm holding left.
Yeah.
I have EMP, by the way. I have EMP.
Yeah.
They're on the max height right now. They're on the max height.
Yeah, no.
Keep seeking
Are you
Valkyrie.
gonna have Bengal?
No, I'm not going to have Bengal. I don't have ulti
Okay. Height team's trying to move the car. Can we break that car?
Is there a way we can fucking Costco the height and force them to jump down?
I don't know.
Bengal.
Break car?
Where are we safe? Save on me.
They're valculating. It's a two-way valculating.
Get ready to EMP after this. Get ready
Yeah,
to EMP after this.
I will. I'm getting in drone.
I'm Costa Golding.
They're not heady.
Okay.
Costa Gold to the rock.
I can EMP the full 3. I can EMP.
They landed.
Force them to fight.
They're broken.
Force them to fight.
They're fighting. I'm batting.
One's flying up in the air.
I'm batting. Look. Big.
Put traps down.
No traps.
Solo.
Swing it right.
Solo on the left.
I'm dead.
Back flying up.
Behind height.
I'm down gas. I'm good. I'm dead.
I'm taking them.
It's just 2. And then a solo fell.
Come on. Bangs one. No!
They don't match point.
Bro, we should have won that, man. Dude.
I think all 3 of them died to caustic gas, or at least they took so much flesh damage from the caustic gas there at the end that Fnatic take it out. The gun damage, it was all Falcons. They were looking down upon them. It almost seemed like Fnatic didn't even know where they were, but they don't need to if they're dealing damage with the gas.
It's because of what we were talking about, Gino. They did know. Hot Dog Mafia knew it was Falcons. When they took to the skies as a duo, they delayed the landing. They let the engagement happen. Hot Dog Mafia was still alive. They got 2nd place. Falcons fell in 3rd. They wrapped up on the other side of Falcons, and they helped Fnatic. They kept this going. It was a risk way worth taking as you take a look at your match 7 results, because you have to imagine with Fnatic taking this dub, they haven't entered the club just yet, but it gets them even closer.
3rd? They came 3rd? the final ticks of that, that was so close. That was a photo finish between Fnatic, Hot Dog Mafia, and Team Falcons there. The way they moved in, the way they leapfrogged their barrels forward and pushed the other 2 teams into a corner, the way they missed barely a bullet in that exchange and somehow don't come out on top, almost feels criminal to me.
I love this game. My hands are shaking. We see our top 3. But then the next question, though, is, I mean, any person in this situation, you saw Hal's face at the very end there. You come so close, but it slips right through your fingers.
And you know what I think that feeling is, Vicky? It's because of what you said before. Teams feel like sometimes you only get one chance in match point. The zone pulls to them. They are there when they need to be. They get a late game res. How many times is that going to happen? How many opportunities will Falcons have on match point to realistic?
When you have to welcome 2 more teams at match point, though. 8 total teams at match points. And we are going on to another game. This is insane. This time onto Storm Point.
Yeah, and it's harder in some ways, and it's also easier in others, right? I mean, as we were talking about, tracking teams, incredibly important. Falcons is probably the name that's top of most of these teams' mind, right? So if they haven't gone down yet, most teams are still probably saying, we've got to worry about them. But the more teams that get on match point, the less you can actually play around and focus them, like we think may have happened with Hot Dog and Fnatic there.
Time is of the essence when you have more games for Apex here, guys. Don't go anywhere. Our players need a break. We need a break. And when we come back, we have Storm Point for game number 8 on the other side of this break.
Red Bull is giving wings to the ALGS and the Apex community.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Welcome back, everyone. As Fnatic, they keep this going. We go to game 8 onto Storm Point, and the crowd rallying behind Fnatic, giving them the home turf advantage. It's been beautiful here in the lovely city of Sapporo. Even better to be reunited with an amazing community that has turned out for our ALGS championship. And Google Play, with their amazing booth, is powering a premium fan experience here in Sapporo for the ALGS Year 5 champs.
We had some premium team-ups between Fnatic and Hot Dog Mafia to keep it going. And like always when we're at LAN, Vicky, when you have one of those clutch moments and someone manages to eliminate the match point team and keep it alive, the crowd goes wild. I mean, you know, not at least to say the fact that it was Fnatic, the crowd's favorite team here in Japan.
They get so loud. I'm seeing so many signs, but with more teams making their way into the match point club, I have to say congratulations to TSM meeting the rest of these other teams there, because I believe TSM is the only squad that has hit match point that has yet to take a win throughout the course of this entire LAN.
That's kind of wild, huh? Imagine getting this far, being on this stage, and maybe the last fight is the last game is the one that gets you all the way. Look, we have to recap this. There's Bo. We didn't get to see him a lot while we were casting this, which obviously did change the factors, but there we go. There's that gas going down. I mean, how did Bo go down? I don't think we even
The ring at the very end.
It was
he
a
was
ring
one shot.
tick.
Yeah, it was a one shot. He was gonna die anyways because you saw Fnatic. They got the bow check ready. But it was the fact that Hot Dog Mafia landed right behind Falcons. It was the indicator. They knew what they had to do. If Hot Dog Mafia as a duo pushed from that platform, immediately they were gonna die. And they didn't want to greet Fnatic because they would rather take the placement points and keep this series going than have it end obviously right here, because you also have to imagine the more points you also get, even if you don't win with the match point, you still get put into the placing, and with a $2 million prize pool, that could be the difference between, you know, $300,000 or, you know, just maybe even $200,000.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty. I can't lie. But something no one wants a taste of is the caustic gas in that end game.
Oh,
and of
yeah.
course, Hot Dog Mafia didn't have the caustic available, but they did have the Valkol. So for them, it's an obvious play. You go to the skies and you try and just play for placement there. Maybe a lucky win. It's honestly kind of crazy how many times we've seen a late Valk ult come down and impact a win in one of these lobbies. It's just crazy now with the missile swarm and the way that you can slam people. Caustic has been banned, if you're counting out there, for the second time in this series. But we also should talk about the legend bans, I think, now, Vicky, because what tends to happen once all of the controller legends have been banned, including Alta, we're sort of putting her in there as a pseudo ban, a pseudo control legend, I should say, is they just keep cycling through. Because, you know, people can't play Newcastle anymore, no more Alta, and so we just get this repeat of Caustic, Rampart, Watson, and Catalyst.
And as the crowd makes some noise, they saw Fnatic wake up as we move on to match number 8. Back to Storm Point we go, and we have to see where the zone is pulling, because as you mentioned, Dino, we could see the Ramparts. We could see our players locked in. 8 total teams now at match point. Will it end in match 8, or will we keep this party going? Fnatic landing over by Cascade Falls. They'll get some information shortly after they get the survey beacon, but they'll be happy to see it's pulling right close to them. But even happier is going to be Crazy Thieves after hitting match point in that previous game. This zone is pulling right on top of them by checkpoint.
Whoa. 6 becomes 8 in terms of teams who can take out the dub here on match 8. Crazy Thieves, as you mentioned, one of those. Alliance, not. Alliance somehow, once again, through their very long, years-long campaign of bullying other teams at Northpad, have managed to get the Trident Northpad double drop spot combo. And this time, the zone, Vicky. They're running Pathfinder. Hackers will be the only one in the lobby on that. I mean, you could call it a comfort pick, but let's be real. Alliance aren't the kind of team to fall back on comfort picks. It's just that they think it's strong and they know that Hackers is strong on it.
Not too sure if I like it, though, I'll be real, because the last time we saw them try this out, it was devastating, honestly. And it didn't even pull towards Devastated Ghost either, right? Like, they had just gotten caught in the middle of a rotate in the group stages, but it's crazy to see how many teams already have gone ahead with this rotation. I mean, you talk about S8UL being one of the teams to get to that match point club very early on, already taking an early fight, it looks like, against Legacy, and Crazy Thieves wasting no time. They want to find themselves in the trenches, away from the teams that could pinch them, especially teams that could call out where their position is, because if they stay in checkpoints, teams already know that that is their POI. That is what they drafted in the POI draft. So they do not want to get pinpointed by the other squads that want to greet them.
I think Alliance get lucky here. Obviously, with their composition, they need Pathfinder to hit blue shields and then pick the Ringmaster perk. Luckily for them, an Evo Harvester spawns near Trident, and they should have been able to pick that up, and then with all the PvE you've got around there, they are able to scan the ring at North Pad, I believe, and that's why they've taken the Trident and gone straight to one of the gazebos near Down Beast. This is a great position to hold. We saw Team Liquid win from here just the other day.
Uh-oh, but NIP, they've lost out on McLovin. Now down to a duo with Curve in the back. He's the real Sparrow out here, but can he make the Legolas magic happen now, stuck as a solo? It's SPI Egoist picking up Vayne next. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu though. Gino, when I take a look at a zone like this, the fact that we're in game 8 on Storm Point.
まだいなかったから。来たら分かると思うんだけどな。出るわ俺。
Outskirts of Down Beast, what we saw a year.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
One above, one above.
Up in. Up in. Ball for bubbles. Bubbles thing happens. Yeah, yeah.
俺もあんまりの2を持ってるわ。落としといた。じゃあもらうわ。さすがに。D4 回復。回復あんまないわ。俺回復1、11？了解？ピンカ狙ってる。これじゃ 70%。了解？
I have 3 ult access if we need them later.
What if I smoke them and then we fragment the wall? Maybe. They're still there. On the ping. We get entry.
I mean, I can EP it if you want.
Yeah, try to just like look over this mountain, hackers, for wall calls later.
Yeah, I'm just flying high in the
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about comfort picks, I think that is actually one coming out there for Unlimited. We're going to see it from anyone, yeah, maybe from Peace, maybe from Asia as well on Gen G, who are sitting in 18th place right now. A couple teams are really struggling to get going. 5 years, VP, Gen G among those. Enterforce 36 have not had that problem, and despite losing that car,
角入ったかな。隣これ。俺行くよ、俺行くよ。ちょっと待って、2秒待って。めっちゃ打てるくない？もっと持ってたけど。踊りもくないから来や。オッケー。手の持ち。
Really like the shenanigans with the Trident that we've seen Gen G pull off before.
do you think they were like holding the gun sideways as they took it out with that one? Just like rocking up with the drive-by?
Oh no. You gotta show them where you're from sometimes. As S8UL, another team on the bricks. S8UL with only Jesco alive. They call him out. It's the crypto drone hovering overhead, scaring him a bit. They feel the pressure. Legacy is pinging, giving them the information because it is TSM who have moved up into the trenches.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, likely to be controller cycling on the legend bans from now on. Obviously, Rampart has just been unbanned. That's why everyone's rocking her this game. So Crypto very likely to be a fixture for the rest of this series, Vicky. Trying to get away from drones, well, it's probably not the place for you. Bangalore actually just behind. 13 picks for her, 14 picks for Rampart. So far, if Bang was going to get banned anywhere, it probably would have been on Storm Point.
Yeah, exactly, because so strong, right, with those smokes and these rotation opportunities as Falcons. They get involved in a fight versus Go Next, and this is important because Go Next are the next team. Point up that opportunity from.
そうだね。そうだね、そうだね。で、後ろ来たら多分ハサミだと思うからスイングしてもいいかも。
And Light gets that knock, playing off the side and the corner, but there. Keep roof, most likely. Roof
Yeah,
is second floor.
roof is important.
Waltzy follows up to cover their backs.
I mean, it's almost like Waltzy has the ESP. Every time he pokes around, Henchman should have been there, but just managed to dodge the bullets. But Unlimit, exactly the kind of team you don't want to pull up on you when you're 2 members down or take out Team Falcons.
Stopping a legacy from happening. Unlimit with the power of the crowd. Set themselves up with 40 points. They've been trying to brief these match point teams. They are on a quest. They have a duty to give us more Apex.
There we go. Ring pulls quite predictably towards Fnatic and Alliance. Bunker positions over there, very important. As it closes in more, you'll start to be able to use the little rocks on the high ground in the terrain. Crazy Thieves set up in the building at the south side of North Pad. That will be good for a while as well. We'll just have to see if the next one pulls in a little bit more or goes up towards them. Another thing I really want to note here, Vicky, is that most of the teams on match point are the zone teams. So they're already getting just all fighting each other on the edge, kind of hoping that they might make it, make some KP and then make it in for a dub.
Exactly. Different plans for those teams instead. While you have E36, who have been at match point for some time with only 4 match point teams left. TSM are holding the choke in the trenches behind the rampart walls. On the bottom end of the zip line, looking at checkpoint, looking at the pileup that is inevitable between Legacy, Hot Dog Mafia, SBI, Shopify, VP. Meanwhile, E36, not sure if they have that ring console to get the information on that next zone pool. But a team who could wait for that action in the west side between E36 and Grow Gaming, another team at match point, is Alliance.
They've been set up for the longest time here. As we said, blues coming from the Evo cache that they had over at Trident, but purples are actually probably going to be quite hard for them to achieve here, Vicky. They will most likely need some squad wipes for that, as I doubt they have much ammo to be poking endlessly into Zone 4, Zone 5 with.
But that's the clutch of the Rampart, because you're behind the Rampart walls and you don't burn through that ammo. It's something that is worth sitting behind and playing patiently.
Unfortunately for Alliance, they went for Pathfinder.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hockeys.
Oh, it would have been so good. Oh.
Great plan, but now you're taking away the opportunity from being able to have that extra loot. Meanwhile, Crazy Thieves, a team that has really woken up throughout the course of this tournament. Coming out of the last chance qualifier to put themselves on the board, looking from North Pad, the zone. It pulls on top of Fnatic on the outskirts of the trench building that Alliance is holding on the south. And with more teams now having to rotate in, Gen G taking their time with a roundabout rotation. They hear the fighting ahead of them. Supernova, they're trying to take this fight versus Shopify, a team with still only 20 points. They get shot from the side, they get that information, but SN still hold height. Supernova had a great performance, but Hardeki with the yeet of the nade, hurtling it up into the sky to find that knock. And now it's up to Elka to jump up on top of the roof. I was talking about 9 Impulse not finding anyone, but maybe shooting his ghost and having to look to their backs, because here comes Gen G for the 3P.
Something they're pretty good at, something their composition is designed to do. You got the Crypto to spot them, you got the Bangalore to cover your approach, and you've got the Maggie to do the damage.
Oh.
And there we go, Supernova down and out. Koifel will get 2 of those KP. Gen G picking up 1 as well. Ooh, respawn for Go Next.
Come back here, Zainu. Asia has your number. We're not gonna let you reset. As E36, this is so important. E36 just moved up. They just passed Grow Gaming, and they just found this spot for free. Now, can they hold it with Alliance to their back?
Falcons still in the #1 position with 74 points. Grow Gaming a second, 10 behind them. A dub would surpass them. Shopify Rebellion go down. 23 points, 18th spot for them. If it ended right now, they'd be devastated.
Unlimit are the match point team Hunters, but they want more KP. They're looking at Hot Dog Mafia, but after losing out on Yulari, man, they have to back away. Nomad Maggie to help them out, and when you're rocking an Ashe, after the nerfs, it can be difficult having to hide behind your own teammate. Knockdown shield.
ARC-Stars, defensive bombardment even coming out from 5 Fears. Ordnance all around the map. In Growth Gaming, we were just talking about them being able to potentially take away a #1 spot, whether they win or not this game, but it's going to be pretty tough if Noct is the only one left alive to try and achieve that.
And that's what happens when you rotate even slower. As Dropped gets finished off, Skittle Cakes in the distance after the action we saw in Checkpoint is able to also re-knock Yulari, man. But it is Fnatic. The scriptwriters are hard at work. They're the only team in that next zone.
Oh my god, 2 in a row for these guys? I mean, Checkpoint is about to pop off, by the way. We've got Go Next, Legacy, Unlimited, Hot Dog Mafia, all jam-packed into a tiny little space that's left in Checkpoint. Unlimited do actually get the respawn for Yulari, man, and CRT now from the north.
Crazy Thieves have to force Fnatic to look at them. They could force a 3P if 5 Fears hears this. They're trying to take a different off angle. They do have to rotate into that next zone in the next 43 seconds. And Fnatic, they know this. They want to clear their backs, and now 2 of the members of Fnatic move up.
Oh my god, yes. Being so aggressive. An awesome move for Fnatic. I mean, hey, if they don't win this game, it's too risky. They have to try and take it into their own hands.
They have to do it even faster, though. They've moved away from the next zone. They clear out. Crazy Thieves as the crowd goes wild. And Genji, they hear this. They've gotten every invite to every third party thus far as they clear the east side of the zone.
Yeah, that's what Crazy Thieves were worried about. They kept checking to their left, worried that someone would pull up, but they weren't there yet. It's only now that Fnatic have moved out of position that Genji will be a problem.
This is an isolated fight for now, though, because all these teams are too scared to move up through the trenches. The only team that can look at this is Alliance and Genji. They push up onto a bludgeoned Fnatic. They're trying to reset. Colonel, he pops the bet for now as Hot Dog Mafia get eliminated in your feet, but this is such an important fight as Genji, they wrap around Fnatic.
TSM and E36 are the only match point teams left alive. E36 in a great spot as Fnatic get punished for their hubris.
Cue the green light, though. We were talking about Alliance on Storm Point. 5F still alive. UNL, who have greased so many match point teams, but there are still 2 who remain. E36, TSM. TSM with a different representation, with amazing young talent, have moved up with no jump necessary throughout the course of this whole tournament, have 55 points.
It doesn't pull to them. They see the zone in their minimap right now. Plans have to be made very quickly as they start using the CQs towards 5 Fears. Unlimited on a tear.
And TSM trying to jump in on this. They have to be careful. They cannot overextend. They know that they can wrap behind them. They're looking to their backs in case E36 push this, because this is a 3-4 pileup. Legacy, Unlimited, Genji showing face, and TSM wants to clear the south side.
This is complete chaos, though. Do you really want to get involved in this as a match point team? Certainly not with E36 coming up on the back. Fair. They want to win as well, though. Apparently, this is just too much for them, and they decide to play it safe. That leaves TSM alive.
History in the making with this young player, Panic. He tries to get the beam, and Dexter doesn't look to the side. The EMP procced, and with some help from Dupe being on the crypto, no! Panic, he gets taken out, and Ziki, but Dupe is right there. Gets down as he tries to get the reset. It's a trade. Ziki still up on the high ground, though. They're forced to play off the knockdown shield, and the 3P is coming.
Now they make their move. Enter Force 36 are in. Everybody's low. Surely they get both cleanups here. TSM are done for, and Genji are on the run.
Oh, TSM get eliminated. It's only E36. Can history be made for APAC North as they get the res? Alliance now looking at them.
30 Virtus Pro have the Gibraltar. There's the defensive bombardment. I was waiting for it, and Effect is trying to fly away from it, but has it come too early?
I saw Hockeys on the drone, and they heard the fight, but they want to take this fight versus VP first. They have looked at E36, but neither of these teams want to commit.
I mean, we know what happens here. There's 3 teams. The first 2 to fight should lose. If there is a way for Enterforce 36 to force them into each.
The right team doesn't see us. Watch out back. You guys watch out. Watch your behind. 99. Get this kill.
All right.
I mean, we need to try and do something on this team next to us somehow.
Okay, I'm looking right then. Try and get drone. They smoke this. They're gonna try and bait out EMP, but I'm waiting, okay? And then I'm gonna bump back, okay? We get rampart walls in or above after EMP. Yep. They kill on the left. Can we swing right or some shit?
Can you try and break this drone? No, if we enforce EMP, we enforce EMP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and kill this drone.
Yeah, try to kill drone. We can't tunnel,
Yeah, I'm not.
He's in back, They're all behind here. They have to come to us.
We want this team to fucking reset. We want them to go right.
Can I go up high?
Yeah, try. Matt,
don't shoot this team.
Our win condition is this team going right and fighting them.
I'm just putting my drone close for now.
Yeah. We got some. What's up? Telling.
Get ready. As soon as they're not in, bang ulti.
Yeah. Bang ulti right, okay?
Yeah, bang ulti everything. Hit everything. As soon as you bang ulti, take height.
Yeah. Let me know when, okay?
Yep. They bang ulti too.
Yes.
Do now. Get ready. Nice! Place Donut! In the open, right side!
Tap to
One game out content! Take height for now!
Yeah, I'm batting now.
Get done, batting! Might land on us, like!
Yep.
I got fucked! Shot time!
I'm batting,
Play me!
I can't. I'm
Nice! I'm calling up! Nate! Come back up!
I can't.
Hey, that's well for them. Just they're down. We get more Apex.
Bring it back up! Last one! Let's go!
Good fucking shit.
Back in it!
Good fucking shit.
Back in it!
Nah, it hasn't updated, but it doesn't matter, bro. We're still at 28.
No, we're still 18.
Fuck, bro. I
ton that can take it out.
Teams, VP and Alliance knew. They knew that was a match point team. They knew, based off that comp alone, a match point team isn't going to get isolated and called out by playing Pathfinder and Gibby. They knew. All they had to do was stop fighting each other. They waited for E36 to land, and even if they could clean up some KP, it's better to keep this series going.
Yeah, I think you're right. Who would be that insane to play Pathfinder when you're on match point? I'm sure they could have predicted that from the early pull. The fact that Alliance was dropping there, they were in the area, and Hackers is one of the only players in this lobby who would pick up a Pathfinder. And it's Virtus Pro, a team that was flying, thriving, and succeeding when Gibraltar was meta, that use him to its fullest extent here at the pointy end of a match point finals. Depth is important here. The more legends that get banned out, the more you need that depth. And look, maybe we'll just keep getting the controllers banned, but either way, they've been flexible.
The crowd's also really happy because I think being able to welcome another team to the Match Point Club is unlimited. They were fragging out, trying to grief all the edge teams, trying to predict where these match point teams wanted to position themselves if they wanted to take their time on these rotates.
And if I'm not wrong, that's the first Japanese team we've got who now is on match point and has the chance to take it out into Force 36, obviously also from APAC North. But the home crowd, they have absolutely been cheering for their own teams. And of course, Supernova for some reason. But unfortunately, haven't seen quite as much from them here in our match point finals so far. That said, 37 creeping up there. Maybe they're going to be next to hit it.
Crazy to say that almost half the lobby in our ALGS Year 5 match point finals are at match point. So much at stake here, Genome. And to consider the fact that that was Storm Point, to see the teams that were trying to hold back like TSM. You talked about it. It just looked chaotic. Do you really want to take some of these fights? Sometimes you have no choice but to clear that side of zone. Unfortunately, the zone doesn't pull towards you, and you did not get ahead.
Well, I think Fnatic, they just, it was the right decision, right? They had the spot. They needed to clear out their backs. There was an opportunity to do it. Genji and whatnot weren't coming over just yet. But they stayed there. They looted for like, what was it, like 30 seconds. They needed to go back. I was just like, yes, they've done it. And then I was like, you're going back now, right? You're going back. Why are you still there?
And it's great too because terms of timing, Genji was like always there. Genji was always there to fight the teams that were looking to reset. You could get the Evo Shield swaps, but they're out in the open, in the middle of the water. And even if it wasn't Genji, other teams are looking at them. Even Alliance trying to hold the split position without giving up that southwestern side of that zone.
And look, speaking of Genji, they actually picked up 12 kills there, Vicky. That's not too shabby whatsoever. Unfortunately, the prediction of, well, it wasn't a prediction, but, you know, bringing up the fact of they're so good at converting top fives didn't come true. But obviously, they were just farming kills on the way into that position. It wasn't necessarily on the cards for them that game. And therefore, we've got plenty of good teams still who can win more matches and bring the series even further into the evening.
You see Oblivion's face right there. It was like the back-to-back, what, going 20th? Gotta wake up here. As we keep going into game 9, we will go back to Stormpoint though, and that is important to note with the teams that found that success. We're able to go for those early rotates. We're probably gonna see those different compositions line up. Maybe teams rocking unorthodox compositions to kind of let the other teams that aren't at match point know that, hey, obviously we're here. We aren't one of the teams that you want to grief. Maybe we'll help you grief them instead, kind of like a silent commodity. And now looking at the teams here, there's a lot of pressure for these players that you could currently see slumped over their chairs.
The longer the series goes, the more your energy gets sapped, and you know, some of that training comes into it. How much resilience do you have? Kind of hoping Genji has a little bit. Obviously, they had a priority pick here, Lightning Rod. It paid off for them, finally, in Game 8. And in Match 9, as you said, they go back to Stormpoint. Maybe they've got a chance to run it back and do even one better. Virtus Pro, our winners. This was their priority pick as well, coming from Cenote Caves. The Gibraltar is good there, obviously. You've got the Tridents to run the bubble rotates with the car.
Looking at this final zone, this is crazy. Seeing VP with the opportunity, kind of like a handshake, a nod off to Alliance to wrap up on the other side of E36. A nice little flyby of where VP is currently situated.
And finally, some smiles. I mean, imagine going 7 games. MT's used to doing a lot better than that, and having to wait this long to really get going, you know, must have been weighing on him as the IGL, the one who a lot of this weight, this pressure hangs on.
It's also blissful to see it done with Lou being on the Gibby, right? Like, we've seen that so many times. Now they feel a lot more elevated. They could carry that momentum into match number 9. We got some more Apex, more action, and I wouldn't have it any other way, guys. This match point finals, it's heating up. I may have to clip onto Tencent. We'll have to see on the other side of this break.
Galleria, the official PC partner of the ALGS Year 5 Championship.
Inside the room is snow. New dreams.
problem.
I have wall.
Did they swing around left or they go right? They went right! They went right! They killed one! They killed one!
Give me on if you have it!
I don't have it! I don't have it! Report one! Report one! Report done! They traded, guys! They traded!
I'm flying up!
Okay, I'm looking left right now.
Come down right! Come down right! Come to me!
Knock one!
Last team! Pop on me! Claw me! Dead! Last one! Slowly!
Let's go, boys! Fucking shit.
Back in it!
Good fucking...
Welcome back to Sapporo, everyone. Welcome back to the main stage. And boy, oh boy, this city has been a beautiful place for us to be in over the last few days. And boy, oh boy, that main stage could not be more electric as well. My question to you, Dan, I stepped away for a few games. Anything interesting happen?
I think that Fnatic were able to stop Falcons from winning the entire thing. Then we saw E36 unable to win the entire thing, and somehow, some way, we find ourselves in match 9. Resetting the maps once more, we go back to Storm Point as it snakes back again through, and it also means we reset the controller legends again for a third time, and that means we will lose a Rampart and maybe get a little bit of Watson back on our screens.
Absolutely ridiculous couple of games. Shout out to Vicky and Gino for taking us through those games as well. Phenomenal job from both of those wonderful people. And as we finish those games, you have to wonder what is the next turn and twist in this incredible story that we are seeing here on Championship Sunday during our match point finals. It feels like just as you have a grasp of what is about to happen in front of you, boom, there's a change, a right angle. You turn around a hairpin, and all of a sudden, there's something new that you couldn't have even scripted.
We now have 9. I make it 9 match point teams going into match 9 onto Storm Point. And here's an interesting fact. Only 2 of those 9 teams have won a match on Storm Point this entire tournament. That is Team Falcons, that is Enter Force 36, that is our number 1 and number 2 team right now. Can they close it out here in 9?
Well, shout out to everybody watching, not just here in Sapporo, but around the world. Whatever time it is for you, I know you ain't going to bed very soon. This is just electric, the action that we're seeing here on our main stage. And if you have the opportunity to open up a device and, of course, tweet the stream, we would love to see you do that. Share that with your friends and make sure we get some eyeballs in here. Because let me tell you, we are making history. And speaking of which, 2 match point teams are going to be very happy of where this zone is going.
Do you believe in plot armor? Do you believe in the script? We might just be heading down towards Team Falcons. Oh, actually, it's not even a might at this point. We are going to be heading down towards Team Falcons. TSM already moving down as well. Remember, they are also on match point. Can anyone keep this going? I mean, there's still 11 teams that can change and maybe stop this going that way, and there are some brilliant teams there as well. Think about it. You've got Shopify Rebellion. You still have Go Next. You still have Alliance. Virtus Pro, who we already just saw get a win there previously. Fnatic, who have already found a win previously. There is no guarantee this is going to be done here in 9.
Yeah, this is going to be another incredible game, and just looking at where the zone is going, we had that discussion before, during match point. It feels like you get one chance to win it. I thought that Falcons game on Olympus where Fnatic clutch was that moment. It slipped through their fingers. Now, though, with the zone going their way, maybe, just maybe, they're going to be presented with a second chance. But TSM are already here. And the plays that we've seen from this young man have been way beyond his years so far. He's fearless, which sometimes you get with that younger player. But he's also been very calculated with some of those plays he's been making on Wraith.
Oblivion also moving very quickly here. They've been the target of teams in the early stages of the games for the last 2, falling in the very early stages. But can they survive a little bit longer? Diesel has gone down to Fnatic, and Yuka is full sending it across the cannon right now. Everyone is starting to head down towards Echo HQ. People want to beat the traffic there so they can start to cozy up, find somewhere to call home before it starts to get a little bit downright dirty later in this game.
E36 to the skies.
They were so close to winning that game as well.
So close. So close. It's crazy to watch it when you know where teams are, but you got to remember all those 3 teams are blind to who is in those final 3. So for E36, they're just trying to make something happen, just cause some sort of carnage or confusion to call themselves champions. But they're second in the overalls right now, 71 points. But second will feel like almost dead last if they can't close out here on match point.
And the second most winningest team on Storm Point, only beaten by Falcons. 3 wins this tournament on Storm Point for Falcons, 2 for E36. They're definitely the favorites. Now, go next. They've already got 1 knock here. They're looking to try and take down the entirety of SBI.
Yeah, I love this. Jumping into the void here from Light to get behind enemy lines as he climbs up. That's going to be go next. 49 points for them. They still need 1 point to get onto match point. They'll be hoping they can play disruptors in this lobby and send us to 1 more game.
Just confirmation, by the way, Watson is the most picked legend, so she will be banned and once again will reset the controller legends, and it means that Catalyst will then get unbanned for the next. And I think a pattern might be emerging here that we're just going to be controller legend banning until we find a winner here in Sapporo.
S8UL have been on match point for quite some time now. They're on the Trident, they're heading over to the Cannon, which is going to be overlooking Echo HQ. As Ninjas in pajamas. Might be Ninjas in the death boxes pretty soon, as they do manage to thread the needle just about. Kurev, though, has to pop that medkit. He was a slither away from being taken down out of the skies. The interception pylon being down from the Watson, though, is going to make those grenades flying their way ineffective. Is going to gobble those things up.
And that's the biggest difference from the previous, where you had ramparts, but now you've got the pylon. That pylon going down protects you so much more than a rampart will ever really could, especially in areas like this where you have natural cover.
And especially, you don't have to play behind it and let Panic run in and get an easy kidnap. It's a little bit more difficult for Panic when you've got a bit more freedom to move about. But Panic is continuing to do that. He will continue to be a nuisance on the Wraith. Try and kidnap, try and get kills, try and steal your loot. To further TSM's cause here to become champions. Unlimit on your screens right now. They hit match point in the previous game. But they've got a long way to go here from Mill. They've got Alliance behind them as well. This is going to be a tough hold for them. Should Alliance try and move up on them?
This is what Unlimit like to do. They like to play as they go. They like to push teams and be aggressive. They don't like to play zone and hunker down. And you can see now, with the Wrecking Ball coming out, Alliance are going to be their first targets here.
Ilari Man once again with the double tap on that alternator. He is a problem. Zone starting to close. Unlimited and Stuvie just essentially playing bouncers, gatekeepers to anyone who's trying to move in. Alliance are just going to eat up the damage that the zone is going to cause them. They're not too bothered about making this happen quickly, this rotation. They just want to survive for now. By the way, behind them is Virtus Pro. I'm talking about Alliance. As the drone goes up, luckily they spot them out. So Effect and Co in a little bit of a sticky situation here. They do have the Pathfinder on Effect as well. They have the zipline available to get a little bit closer to zone, but not the most comfortable of areas to be in. The Trident will certainly help, though.
And at this point, when there's 9 teams on match point, Alliance know they pretty much have to win the game to keep this thing going. You can't rely on someone else to do it. Now let's check out where that zone's going to be heading. Oh my goodness gracious!
You cannot write it! Oh my word!
Fnatic have just hit the lottery.
Oh my god, you thought everybody in this room, and if you were that one person who said this is a pylon zone, I'd call you a liar. That is absolutely insane. The entire lobby was banking on that going to Echo HQ. But one suit's going to hurt most, TSM. They rotated from pylon where they dropped over to Echo HQ. And we have just seen the most mischievous ring pull that we've probably seen in Apex history.
I have yet to do a swear on an Apex broadcast, but I was very close there. That's insane. Look at the amount of teams are going to have to move now at the same time. And do you know what the funniest thing is? None of them know yet. Yeah. None of them know.
Oh, None
of them will have that information
We need
yet.
some player cams. We need some player cams when we see that bounce back of the teams that are in Echo HQ. That is absolutely incredible. Incredible to see that zone pull.
Now the winners, of course, are those who are already in pylon, but also those who hit ring console late. One of those being Crazy Thieves now, who are going to be moving in a little bit later than others. S8UL also have found somewhere to call home as well. Remember, both of those are on match point.
Well, one thing that Crazy Thieves do have is ring console information. They know where this zone is going. So they've gone to pylon. However, they've lost Verholst out of the skies. And Albrelele, with that bow check from height, is causing them a problem. Now, do they have a Moby? They do have the banner. But Hot Dog Mafia, well, they don't give a shit. They're pushing straight in here. They want to take him out immediately.
They have an agenda, and the agenda is eliminating Crazy Thieves from that building, at least, if not the lobby. And you can see the beacon did go down from Crazy Thieves, but they were unable to hit it. So now Phony is about trying to survive here, seeing if you can get back up. One of the benefits is it's not too contested here at Pylon, because we still have about 12 teams down in the south.
Well, that's the crazy thing. I think that Hot Dog Mafia they probably don't know zones coming back to them.
No, not yet.
They see CRT landing on them, and they're like, okay, we can push this now. Like, nobody's going to be here to third party. Alas, other teams are arriving. Crazy Thieves are out. And the story continues. Another match point team has fallen.
One thing very interesting, Enter Force 36. I don't know if they smelt something in the air or they saw teams in the air, but they very quickly diverted their way from the south side and moved back up to Pylon. Now, when this next zone closes, everyone is going to learn that this is the case. Falcons down to 2. Hal is down at the moment.
TSM Panic with the kidnap. We are hearing off camera that Panic kidnapped Imperial Hal and has put Falcons down to 2. They also do not have the banner, and they do not have crypto in the composition. Now, is that because of the fact that they feel that their composition may have been readable, or is it a Gibraltar pick based upon gameplay and comfort? Falcons are in a hole, and another one of our match point teams has questions now to answer.
So there are still now 7 teams down in that Echo HQ area who are all about to learn that they have predicted wrong with the circle. Everyone else has now found their way up towards Pylon, whether it was a late rotation or just seeing all the teams flooding in that direction. But this is one of those impossible rotations to find yourselves in. The one good thing for Falcons, bar the fact they are just a duo, is they are the furthest ahead on that western side to start moving up towards Pylon.
Oh, talking about Pylon zones, usually pulls away from the majority of the massive structure in the middle of it and towards, I was about to say, where Gen G find themselves. Now, Gen G, they ain't no match point. And sometimes they've been guilty of throwing games away by taking fights they don't need to take. Now, the fact that they have zone coming their way, they have their backs cleared as well, Gen G don't really have to do much here to be in a great position for this end game. So Gen G are a team certainly to keep your eye on in those closing moments of this game.
All the teams that had Valkyrie, by the way, straight out and back into Pylon. But not everyone does have Valkyrie. NIP without any way to go up into the sky, but they do have an RE45.
And remember, the Go Next only needed a couple of points to hit match point. A Go Next will be eliminated and do not make it. 49 points still. The total here for Go Next Esports. That's a tough one.
So the remnants of all the teams at Echo HQ now, it's just TSM, Falcons, and NIP. And TSM are starting to... What is left of team...
Can I go, man? I'm grabbing.
Side might just be enough to send Falcons running with their tails between their legs.
And let me tell you, Hal had some words to say about Panic, some positive, some negative. Averts.
I didn't leave him. I didn't leave him. There's no compound. There's no compound. There's no compound. Slow down, Gil. Slow down. They're gonna run at you guys, though. No, you gotta run. You gotta run, Walsy. You have to run. In rat. Like left side behind bamboo. Left side bamboo. Go left side bamboo. Let you sit there. What characters are they playing? Did you know that killed you?
Val, Watson, Wraith.
Okay.
I think. Crypto. Actually, no, they have crypto. They're on Val.
Yeah, they're gonna drown you probably. You're gonna have to get to the bamboo somehow. You know what I'm talking about? Against the mountain. I think you have to... He's getting cracked.
Just go Fox.
Maybe go now, maybe go now. I think bamboo. One just died. One just fucking died. You need to go.
I'm going.
Bobble your cross. You're good. Heal and then fucking run. AFK behind the bamboo. You're good. Get you behind the rock. Look behind you. Get behind the rock, maybe. Against the mountain. Against the mountain. Like,
I'm just gonna chill here.
Yeah. Don't move. You can't. Fuck. Someone's in the water. They're gonna look out the way. Bro, I need to just like try and like get up here. You just gotta show for a second. Like, you can't just, you gotta wait. You just gotta wait and stop moving. Look, ADS to your right and see if they're looking at you.
No, I can see them. I don't want to pull my gunshot up, dude.
Okay.
They look like they're inching the team in front of them now. They're smoking up on them.
Yeah, let them fight. Or maybe
I think if they fight, I have to get up here.
Okay, okay.
I want to see if there's a crafter.
No, fuck the crafter, just play solo.
Okay. That's smoked.
From the north, that's fine. He's helping you.
Quick note on this edge now.
Go to your spot if you want. He's in the building, on your right, in the pyramid.
No, dude. Ooh. I'm one shot now.
There's an armor spot, maybe.
I don't think I can.
You go left side then? Left side.
Craven,
Oh
bro.
my god, bad luck, bro. Bad luck.
This game is retarded, actually.
We've been kidnapped twice in the matter of like 8 games.
This game is fucking retarded, man.
I'm watching Yanya. Are they match point?
No, they're nowhere near it.
This game is fucking retarded. How does the zone go pylon? And I get what am I supposed to do with a fucking kidnap?
Stunned by the effect of the Watson fence across the door. So now that they know that door is theirs and nobody's going to push through it without them really knowing about that, Gen becomes a little bit more protected as well. And Alliance somehow have got to the north side of this zone up.
As a 3. Really good position from Alliance. They are, bless me, a sneeze. Oblivion have one of the most powerful positions at the moment, and it's fortified. Watson fences, pylon down as well. They can hold this for quite some time. And it is one of the very few areas that has solid cover. Everything else leaves.
One interesting thing to highlight for Oblivion, by the way, is how they're actually being helped out in a strange way by what happened to Crazy Thieves a little bit earlier. The reason I say that, that's the building that Crazy Thieves landed in. They got a respawn beacon down, a mobile respawn beacon down on one of those doors. Now, the doors have been blown off as to where that zone is going to be pulling, but having that respawn beacon down, it's just given them more cover. It's essentially an indestructible door for them to play behind.
Well, in 15 seconds, this zone is about to close, and there are about 8 teams outside of this circle as NIP, another one of our match point teams, eliminated by Supernova. Can they be the squad that keeps this thing going into match 10? This is about to be insane.
This is crazy. This is incredible to watch. Grow Gaming and Dropped, who's always been so close to calling himself a LAN champion Apex Legends so many times that he's been on the precipice, match point, second places in that big moment, hasn't got it done. Maybe today is that day. SAUL back to the skies as well.
This is where Alliance will have to hold. This is where Gen G will have to hold. Because teams are going to try and take this spot off of them.
And it's the Gibraltar who falls of all of the legends in the competition. You didn't want the Gibby down. No bubble, no luck. And Grow will fall.
Maybe E36 could be the next. SAUL also eliminated. It is just Enter Force 36 and Oblivion still alive. And E36 are just a solo. But remember, Oblivion still a full, healthy 3 inside that pyramid building. But Alliance dominate the north. Supernova hold a central area. But look at the mess here in Pylon.
Oblivion again kills. Fnatic, they will be out next. And E36 and the solo still alive here. E36 out, it's all up to Oblivion. The only team left in this lobby who could win the whole damn thing.
The underdogs, the unexpected, the LCQ champions, but they've got to move, and now they're vulnerable, and Blinks has taken so much damage.
When they get the gen down though, that's going to buy them a little bit of time to reset here. Is it enough time? Monsoon pops that medkit, unlucky, trying to pressurize Oblivion, who are all stuck on that staircase.
Oh, Supernova!
Supernova wrapping behind Alliance. Unlucky gets caught out. And it's a mere on a mere violence that could help Oblivion survive here.
Is that a lifeline for Oblivion? Legacy now eliminated. Hot Dog Mafia will own the south side. Alliance on the north, but remember, they're just a 2 right now. Supernova could be a real threat to this, but look at this position from Oblivion.
The bang center zone.
They fortified it as well. Technically, they have to go further than Supernova, though. But Supernova are going to be vulnerable to the Hot Dog Mafia push, and look!
They can get pinched. They can happily get pinched here. Oblivion, in my opinion, game-winning position, tournament-winning position.
The trials and tribulations of Monsoon's career. Could he be a world champion alongside what has been a beautifully built team?
They're making the play. They are making the play to win a tournament. Sometimes you've got to be brave. Sometimes you've got to take that risk as Alliance will fall next. Oblivion into the top 3.
Hot Dog Mafia avoiding this fight though. And Supernova might just jump onto Oblivion. Oblivion have to be careful. They need to use this wall to their best ability. Fence up. Watson play a key.
Hot Dog Mafia looking to wrap. Supernova are kind of the key to this. A Skittle Cakes from Hot Dog Mafia is helping Oblivion pinch them. Monsoon has to put the battery. Manages to do so to get healthy. Blinks at the IGL this team. This young man from Canada. Alongside 2 of the most experienced players in the Apex Legends Global Series. Has the chance to win it, but they have to jump over this wall, and they have to deal with this quickly! Supernova down! Oblivion versus Hot Dog Mafia! From homeless to pro player to champion! Oblivion have done it! They are your champions here in Sapporo!
To world champions! Oblivion do the unthinkable here in Sapporo! There is not a single member on that roster that is not loved by this community. As Oblivion's Monsoon sprints to center stage. Cannot contain his emotions. And why would you? He's high-fiving the broadcast team. He's high-fiving Nicewing. He cannot quite believe it.
If you do not know the story of that man, Monsoon, let me tell you, it's a tearjerker, but it's a one of hard work. It's one of perseverance. And now he is one with a conclusion that he couldn't have dreamed of at one point. From homeless to a Kraber shot that hurt Shroud so much that it made Monsoon a name. To FlyQuest, to pro player, to main stage, to international major champion alongside Fun FPS, who's been doing it for the whole time as well. And the new blood in Blinkster. Oblivion are the ALGS Championship champions.
A moment that they will remember for the rest of their lives. They will tell their kids, their grandkids, as they cement themselves in history as champions. As you look across the faces of all the other competitors who sadly did not make it this time. But there are still future championships. There will still be more opportunities. For Falcons, it was the what-if moment. What if Fnatic did not win that game? They could have been the champions. Everyone who was on match point had that one chance to win. But it was Oblivion who seized the moment.
Seize the moment is the most perfect way to put it. Think of the push onto Alliance. Think of the death ball onto Supernova. Every opportunity presented, they did not hesitate, they did not flinch, they did not back down.
The main outfit's back on.
And you're about to see a man lift a trophy in a maid outfit. It's classic Monsoon, but the story is Monsoon, understandably. A lot of love for him, but Blinkster and Fun, my God, what a journey it's been. Sapporo is the home of the underdog.
Oblivion previously had only won one match all tournament long. It wasn't even on Storm Point. Let's take a look back at that winning moment. Supernova were in such a difficult position at this point, but what was more impressive, Oblivion knew they had to wipe them and be healthy. Watch for this shield swap that you witness here as well. Monsoon gets one and Blinkster gets one. They double up, and in this engagement, this is where you earn your paycheck. If you were on a team, they were trying to look for a sponsor. They wanted a team to be playing for. Well, now they are world champions. And I want to reiterate, they came from the LCQ.
And you said you wouldn't swear on broadcast, but Blinks has done it for us, and it sums it up. World fucking champions. I mean, unbelievable. He can't believe it. I think most people here can't believe it, but I think everybody here can respect the journey that those three have been on. Absolutely incredible to see Oblivion as your ALGS Championship champions. Dan, it's been a hell of a ride here. A hell of a ride once again in Sapporo. And like I said, it's one of the greatest spectacles in esports. We've seen it once again. Match point finals. It never, ever misses.
I mean, memories for them, memories for us, memories for every single person in this audience, whether you're watching at home or whether you're in this arena as well. When Fnatic took down Falcons in that game, the noise in this arena, but then to see what it means to all three of those players to lift that trophy. Well, we haven't seen them lift the trophy yet, but unbelievable scenes, and I couldn't be happier for nicer human beings. I mean, everyone on that stage is an incredible human being, but just look at the disbelief on Monsoon's face.
I mean,
it's a dream come true.
He could have been the laughing stock of the tournament. The tab out. He tabs out in a 1v1. And it's like, who does that?
And then
Monsoon
comes out
does
in
it.
a maid outfit.
Then he comes out in a maid outfit, wins a 1v1, then gets him onto match point, and then fires the final bullets to win them a championship. It is an incredible story, and the main stage behind us, every team, every player is filled with these incredible stories. And if you're watching Apex for the first time, firstly, where have you been? Secondly, welcome along. This is what you can expect. And with the announcement of everything next year, we hope that you will join us on the journey as Apex Legends Esports continues to grow, continues to get bigger, and continues to capture the minds and the hearts of everybody around the globe.
And this is just it. Everyone will be chasing that feeling that Oblivion just felt. To be a world champion, to be on top of the world. You may have had that moment at a mid-season playoffs or an initial LAN, but to do it at a world championship here in Sapporo.
Well, Dan, brother, been an absolute pleasure to be on the call with you once again. Shout out to Vicky, Genome, Tiff, and of course Dia on the commentary booth. Everyone on the desk, we'll hear from them in a little bit, but I don't know about you. How do you feel about crowning the champion?
Yeah, sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Let's do it. Ryan is on our main stage. It's time for Oblivion to have their moment.
ALGS Year 5 チャンピオンシップの決勝戦いかがでしたでしょうか。すごかったですね。アクション満載の決勝でしたが、ただいまチャンピオンの入場です。ティームオブリビオンの入場です。We're going to get Team Oblivion out to the stage for a quick interview after that phenomenal performance. ALGS Year 5 Championship の優勝 Team Oblivion! Roger that. That one with raising his hands. So, ちょっと話をしたいと思いまして。Wow, what an absolutely phenomenal run you guys have had across the 4 days of action here at the finals, and now you are the champions. But first up, I do want to ask a question, because there are ups and downs, there are lots of things that happen in competition. How do you support each other when the energy is low or when the pressure is high?
With love, friendship, patience, and trust, really. Above all else, we just want to have fun with each other, and I think that really shined today. That's honestly the reason.
Wow, thank you so much. で、オブリビアンのモンスーンに聞いたのですが、エネルギー低下した時やプレッシャーが高まった時、どのようなお互いをサポートしますかって聞いたら、やっぱり愛情と我慢と、やっぱりみんなで楽しくやるようにやっていまして、それが役に立ってみんなでサポートして優勝できることはしました。そして、What's one thing you'll carry forward from this experience to future projects or games or events? What's one thing you'll carry forward to future events? We'll get to you. What's one thing you'll carry forward?
Well, always just keep the good vibes and just believe in each other always.
ですね、この経験から将来プロジェクトやゲームや大会に引く続くものは何ですかって聞いたら、やっぱりお互い信じる力が一番大事です。ありがとうございます。続いては MVP の発表の時間がやってまいりました。そしてレイスさんが登場ですね。ALGS Year 5チャンピオンシップの MVP はブリンクサーです。The MVP of the ALGS Year 5 Championship is none other than Oblivion's Blinkser. Like to come forward a little bit. ALGS Year 5の優勝はチームオブリビオン。
What started with a Kraber shot heard round the world to go viral against the man himself, Shroud, ends with a few shots from an alternator to claim a world championship. Mr. Monsoon right there. Blinkser, fun FPS, unsigned, but not in Oblivion anymore. They have climbed the mountaintop. They have scaled the toughest mountain in all of Apex Legends esports. And they're there alone, looking out at their competitors, saying, we did it. What a tremendous moment for two players, Fun and Monsoon, who have been at this from the beginning, from before Apex had an ALGS, to find themselves now at the top. It is such a journey that we've gotten to see here as just watchers and enjoyers of their process. And introducing Blinkster, my goodness, MVP. Shows up when they need it most. The armor swaps at the end. And there's nothing more special than seeing a group of people who love what they do, who love living life, who want to spread smiles and joy around the world. Find those smiles right back with a moment like this. This is what the ALGS is all about. This is what Year 5 has given us. And my goodness, in Sapporo, yet another treat is on your screens. Oblivion, our champions. And as we welcome you back to our desk, it feels hard to take a breath and relax, but we have to here, because it has just been a whirlwind behind the stage. It has been us running back and forth each and every game to try to see who will win. From the moment that Falcons looked like they were going to claim it, all the way to Oblivion's win, this has been one of the best, maybe the best Apex Legends tournament in history. And I welcome you back here. I'm your host, Rainday, Glitter Explosion, Snipe, Jayhawk. Lauren, it's hard to put words on this, but this is a special, special moment for those who've been ALGS fans for a long time.
Absolutely. I think that Monsoon is the type of person, the type of player personality that makes you fall in love with him within 5 seconds of getting to know him. And people have been pulling for him as a player for such a long time, like you were saying, since the beginning. He has retired, he's come back, he's put the grind in time and time again. And to watch all of that pay off in real time for him is just, I feel that like it's so rewarding for everyone.
And it's hard, again, it is hard to put words on. He almost didn't make it. Blinkster was late on these flights. Our amazing travel team got him here anyways as well. Got a shout out to AJ. But at the end of the day, Snipe, this is a guy who took half the season off to bake Monsoon. And to come back and have this be the end of Year 5, what a story. There may not be anyone better.
Yeah, I mean, just what an unbelievable performance. He had the highest KAD out of anyone in this Grand Finals. The MVP was unbelievably deserved. The IGL of this roster, LCQ winners. If there was ever a feel-good story for any team, for anyone watching to think about, can we do it? No one has come from the losers bracket or from the LCQ to make it this far in a tournament, to win the whole tournament. So if you're thinking it's top heavy, that, you know, these Falcons or these Liquids or whoever it is going to win these tournaments, this is the story that can motivate these people who are watching to give them hope to possibly come out here, win championships, hoist that trophy, follow your dreams, and just be the best in the world. And it's an unbelievable story, unbelievable accomplishments for this entire roster. So happy for Monsoon, Blinkster, Fun, everyone there. We saw Mon running around, hugging Kimchi. First thing he did right there, just give him the biggest hug, almost tackled him right out of here. Sprinted around the venue, out of breath. Just what a feel-good story overall.
Those longtime teammates split up this season, but it is done well for Monsoon here. And Jayhawk, you could see him sitting down, and of course you see Fun on the screen there. His own journey to get here to this moment, it's been one of trials and tribulations, but grit and determination to stay in Pro League, to find squads, and movie star Koi with Blinkster. But to get here, what does this mean for a guy like him?
His journey is so interesting because it sort of felt like the ALGS had almost passed him by. Yeah. When you think back to the Team Liquid and XSET days, those are rosters that were on top of the world. They were so close to winning 3 different lands and were viewed as one of the best teams, one of the true threats to be the team that ends the dynasties, but they never did. And then eventually those results start to fade. He's no longer making it to lands. It felt like all of a sudden his stock had dropped so low to a point that the best roster he could find was an LCQ team. And then yet now here he is on top of the world, something that I wonder if he even believed could happen considering where he once was. I feel like it shows such resilience to go from someone who was so close to that mountaintop and then has fallen so far in terms of your perceived value.
Yeah.
And yet here you are lifting that trophy. I mean, it's honestly so inspiring.
I think that's a great point. Mon has mentioned this at different times, saying it took a moment when he was at the top and on these different rosters to kind of take the ego hit of no longer being wanted, and then to still somehow find a way to come back into this moment again through that grit, that resilience. I think is a great word, to find a way to get the job done. Championships are not given, they are earned, and this was earned by Oblivion. Let's take a look, however, though, of the final results, because there's a lot of other teams who will be very happy with their performance. Oblivion actually won out on points and with the final win, Lauren, which is not normal, but Falcons enter 46. They'll be very happy in that second, third place. A lot of money going their way, although we know Hal won't be happy with a second place finish.
I mean, he won't, but it just goes to show how close this lobby really was. The fact that they're tied at 75, Grow Gaming not that far behind at 65, with then only one more point to SA. I mean, every single team that was in our match point finals today not only deserved to be here, but worked so hard in these final moments to even get to these placements, which for me means I can't wait to see what happens next year, because things are only going to get better.
Absolutely. And Snipe, it's just more resources as well. There's a testament to Monsoon and them coming out and saying, we're going to make our way here. We're going to take care of ourselves because we believe in ourselves. And to see this payoff, you know, about $200,000 each for these players, there's an org that missed out on a lot of this. Not saying that, you know, it wasn't the right decision at the right time, but when you see the potential here and what Year 6 has to unfold, I feel like it's just, it might be a good idea to take a few bets on these guys coming up in this upcoming year.
I mean, I'd say they look pretty stylish in these jackets right now. They'd look even better representing an organization. So, you know, just for them, you talk about just, I mean, every one of their interviews, they were all just showing so much love and support and camaraderie to each and every one of each other. And that just goes such a long way, and really just where it has to start to evolve into what it became. You have to have that trust, that love, that hope, and everything, and that fire behind every single one of them. And for them to come out here, I mean, it's a testament of what they can do and what they will continue to do. And I think anyone would be very lucky to have them behind them.
Jayhawk, I'm going to hit you with a unique one here. Walk us through the transformation of the year, because you love to tell these stories and you do it so often for us. Last year we ended in Sapporo, and there was a team called Go Next lifting this trophy that kind of caught everyone off guard. And that started a year that was unlike any other in ALGS esports to hear there. What's your rundown of what this year 5 has really meant to you?
I feel like the story of last year's tournament going in was how top-heavy the ALGS had become. The Falcons, Alliance, Thieves, Shopify, those were the teams that were dominating. And then instead it was Go Next who lifted the trophy, and no one saw that coming. But then we go to the Open, and it felt like the top heaviness had returned. Only 2 teams hit match point. It was Falcons and Alliance once again. And and even in the top 5, Shopify and Thieves right there once again. And so it felt like we had sort of found our collection of teams that were going to dominate. It wasn't going to go back to the TSM or Dark Zero days, but there was kind of an elite group, if you will. I think that sort of got broken by VK Gaming. They were a team that I don't think a lot of people were familiar with their story coming from China, but they had been grinders. They had made match point multiple times. They had felt like they were waiting to reach that next level, and then they did. And then this LAN, you want to talk about grinders. You want to talk about people that were waiting to reach that next level. I don't think anyone thought that Monsoon and Fun were ever going to be capable of winning a LAN, considering that they had once been the top dogs. I mean, in 2019 and 2020, Monsoon was viewed as the best player in the game.
Right.
But then he hadn't made LAN for years, and then when he did, he struggled. Last year in Sapporo, he had a big resurgence, but even then it sort of felt like a last hurrah. And yet here they are being champions. I mean, it truly goes to show that in Apex, this is the most unpredictable esport. Anyone can win. You have to just continue to put in the grind, continue to be in the right positions, because as long as you find yourself on that final stage, you can win it.
It's a fantastic overview, man. I love what we've seen. This was the year of the super team. It was the year of so many thoughts on these big moments, but it turns out that maybe the biggest moments were here all along, with some of the people who have been grinding from the very beginning, finally getting their shot in the spotlight. All right, I want to give a shout out to Sony InZone as well, just to make sure you guys know who's been hooking up all of the peripherals for our teammates and our friends. And of course, we've got a Killzone leader that they've been sponsoring as well, which is going to give us a hint at who was the absolute monster throughout the tournament. And you can see it there, Lauren. Yulariman from Unlimit takes the win with 79 kills.
And I can guarantee you no one is surprised.
Yeah.
Okay? Not only because of what we've been talking about all weekend long when it comes to Yulariman specifically, but the way we saw Unlimit playing here in our match point finals.
Yeah.
They would drop and hunt people down from the second they landed. They were very, very kill heavy. And the fact that Yulariman was the one leading that charge, I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. Unlimit was a great run. They had a great run. They were kind of potential second runner-ups, second heroes in APAC North. Snipe, it didn't end up working for APAC again. I kind of go back to it now, since we know we're coming back in 2027. Yes, the fans, you know, not exactly ecstatic at the North America win, but they know there's another shot for an APAC North team in 2027 when we come back to win it on home turf again.
Yeah, I mean, we had 3 APAC North teams in the top 10 with Enterforce 36, Fnatic, and Unlimit, and you had the Fnatic and Unlimit that everyone compares with each other. They were 9th and 10th, so that's going to be a really fun storyline to follow going into the next year. Is, you know, we talked about it, the new gen, the old gen, these rosters that have been around for so long, Fnatic that has just been the hometown's favorite, and Unlimit, and the potential that these teams have. And I really do think, we talked about it, this was the closest tournament I have ever watched in all of Apex. It was the least top in terms of group stage points and the closest at the bottom of the cutoff. So
absolutely,
we are getting further and further with the way the game has evolved, with the bans and the legend picks and everything, to get the best version of Apex we've had. And watching these events is just, I finally feel calm now, because spectating, I swear, it's more nerve-wracking than playing at some point. You're just like, heart's pounding, we're running all in and out, just like, is it gonna end, is it gonna end? And here we are now, so we can all relax.
It's like when you end the set and the camera stops filming and you go, oh, I know what I wanted to say. That's right. We now all feel calm. It's tough. This is a big moment. And, of course, there were big moments all throughout our group stages. All 4 days that we've been here, we've been tracking something called our First Strike leaderboard for Red Bull. And what's cool about it is you get a chance to see who is getting those early kills. And the very first kill specifically, Ylarman, he was on the top of the kill leaderboard, and I think we know why. This team killed the first team in our lobby 6 times. Boogie Borders right behind them, and Legacy right behind them as well. I'm going to shout out Yanya because he was like 4th on that list, Jayhawk, and also a team that does not have an OR coming into here as well. But Unlimit, I mean, you've been telling their story. They're just such a phenomenal team.
Absolutely. It's no surprise to see them up there, one of the most aggressive teams. And honestly, I'm so excited to see their journey over this next year, because it really feels like this has to have been such a valuable experience for them. We've talked about them. This year was their kind of coming out party and seeing what they can possibly do. And they put the world on notice that they can fight with the best of them. They're going to come at you early and often. So you better be ready, because when they go at you, you might die.
Certainly true. And of course, Go Next, one of those teams that had a lot to it. Not the same exact org that won, but a great showcase of the talent that we've got here, Lauren. And that's just the thing. This is the best showcase of what you can do in the ALGS. And a lot of teams, I think, they'll hold their heads high saying, we performed.
Absolutely. Not only did we get an opportunity to focus in on new teams from the APAC side of things, but we even got to see standout performances from Citadel and EMEA. You know, it wasn't just all about Alliance. We got to see a lot at this LAN, and I think what it did is really set us up well for the competitive year next year, because there's a lot of new talent coming in. There's a lot of people that are ready to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And, you know, now's the time to do it.
It's going to be an exciting time as well. We want to make sure you stay tuned, because all those updates, well, we put them on our socials. And if you miss anything here, or you want to keep up to date for when our year 6 begins, make sure to check us out on Play Apex Esports, on X, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and of course, twitch.tv/PlayApex. And especially now, if you have missed what's coming up, while we do end the year at the beginning of the year, we are starting a new year very, very soon. You'll see what I mean. Year 6 on the way. Here's the runway for what it looks like. The ALGS Open Series will be online. We'll kick that off very, very soon. And then we begin Split 1 in April. We'll finish up with our Split 1 playoffs in July. That will be at the Esports World Cup. And then we will go into our next split, which will lead us into a Split 2 playoffs yet again, this time in the United States, in Las Vegas. So get ready to have some fun there. And of course, January, we will be back in Sapporo. What? How'd these guys all get here? Always a fun time to see this crew with me as well. It's where we get a little bit emotional, but I don't think I'm going to do it this time around. You know why? Because this year has been a momentous year for a lot of us. I became a father this year. A lot of you, I see Tiff there, she became a mother. And there's been moments like that that have happened in our lives that could have easily taken all of us away. Each one of these people here has made sacrifices to be here, to be a part of this journey in the ALGS. And it's not easy. You see the smiles, you see the hype, you see the excitement, but what you don't see is the dedication. You don't see the disappointment sometimes when things don't go away, or you don't get the call, and you don't see those night hours where you're just waiting and hoping and wishing, and you don't have the answer yet. But you stick out anyways and you try to do your best. And that to me is the thing that I can leave you all with here in year 5. There's a lot of teams who wish they were hoisting that trophy, but only one can. So those 19, just remember that it is all about showing up in life. No matter what you do, you can't guarantee your results, but you can guarantee that you engaged in your life. And if you do that, if we all do that, the world will be a better place. And I am so thankful for all of you joining us on this journey. Year 5 has come to a close, but 2026 is just beginning, and year 6 is underway for what will be an even better and amazing year with this wonderful family. I'm so grateful for all of you watching, all of our production team behind the scenes, everyone from EA and Respawn, and a dear, dear shout out to the memory of Vince Zampella, who made this game happen. We love you and we appreciate you. We know you're watching over us here as well. From all of us here at EFG, at Apex, at Respawn, and everyone in the building, we love you, we appreciate you, and we remind you to never give up, never stop gaming, and we will see you all in year 6.
What's that, bro?
ALGS kills! He's hiding behind the knockdown shield! Behind him, but there's still another 200.
Incredible. Incredible.
One player! Champion!
Nie ma ciągnie się film!